Welcome to Dad's Drafts.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Modern Horizons 3 Draft by Dad's Draft. It's great to have you here, especially my two new subscribers, number 43 and 44. You are most welcome. Welcome to the family. Now, I would have done the Arena Open if I would have had enough time, but it's been quite a busy week with, the end of the year, and well, I do have a holiday now, but also plenty to do. So I'm just going to see how I'm going to manage it with all the time that I have. But I must say I'm really looking forward to the Bloomborough set and seeing how that works out. Now, we did actually manage to get to Diamond the last time because we actually got a trophy. And let's see if we can maybe rise a bit more in ranks of Diamond, but I don't think we will actually get to Mythic before the end of this season. Now I got myself a nice cup of decaf, which I hope will help. And well, it doesn't help with the getting the nice rares in this pack. Let me just see, can I change the layout? Yes, well, this is just bigger cards. I will change it at some point. Alright, well, the henge is not something you should first pick, obviously. I like the familiar, which is pretty decent if you can get any artifacts. Even if you play this as a 3-drop, I think it does a lot. There's a signature slam, which I really like. And maybe the Wampus, but that does mean that I have to go into Eldrazi, and I don't really think that is so amazing. So for me it's between the Signature Slam and the Familiar, and I think I will just take the Signature Slam. Reason being, it puts a +1/+1 counter, and there's many things in the set which do something with counters, and even if you don't have any other modified creatures, it's still an instant removal spell. So all you need is just one creature and it will do its thing. Now, let's see what we get past. I know that green is the strongest color, or at least one of the strongest color in the set, but I don't really enjoy playing green. It's not my strongest suit. Kappa Cannoneer is a great card, even if you don't have that many artifacts, but if we can pick it up soon. I don't know if you saw my video, but I had this and I could top deck an artifact, and I had some exalted counters, so it could attack freely for like 15 or something, unblockable. I think this is a very strong card. Not sure if we're going to go blue-green. The first few picks are just, picking the strongest card anyway. But I do really like this, even, especially because you can actually splash this, because it's a 6-drop. So even if you end up red-white and you have some artifacts, or maybe we do end up in black, it will find a place there. Other nice picks, Fang Flames, of course, Dark Umbra, but I will take the Cannoneer. Alright, so there's a Branching Evolution, which goes very well with both of these. And if we can pick it up soon, we can maybe build around it. There's also a Serum Visionary and a Refurbished Familiar. And this is a late Refurbished Familiar, so maybe blue-black is open if I'm looking at these colors. There's no white and there's bad red cards. So for me it's between these three. I also like Demon Inferior, but I'm not sure how many stuff with counters you need for this to be a good payoff. So I think since I'm going to play the Cannoneer anyway, I will just take the Visionary, because it's just a solid card, and it that way we keep cutting blue. Right. Now in this pack, red-white is wide open, so it's a bit of a strange happening going on here. There are some artifacts, and there is another 4th pick Refurbished Familiar, so we could have had 3 by now. And I'm not really impressed by either of these 2 blue cards, and it doesn't seem green is terribly open, so we do need to make a choice at some point. Blue-red or blue-black, and red does seem pretty open, in this pack at least. So for me it's between the familiar and the bolt, or maybe the charge bug. I will just take the bolt because it's a removal spell, and let's hope we get some clear idea of the colors that we should be in. So black-red does seem open with the Rebirth and the Cranial Ram. And there's also a Mandibular Kite which goes well with the Cannoneer. Yeah, I'm not getting a strong signal from any side really. And I don't want to settle myself into black-red with these cards. I will just take the Witness here, because it will do stuff anyway if we stay in green. Wow, there's a blue-red Cyclops Superconductor, which I think is pretty good. We have Reiterating Bolt and the Cannoneer. So I'm just going to pick it up here and see if we can get ourselves into blue-red. And I will now change this setting into putting these aside. So we have 4 playables so far. This is an amazing red card, so I will take it. And it seems, it's also an artifact by the way, it seems like we are going into blue-red and maybe get some artifacts for the Cannoneer, so charge bugs or whatever. And if we get enough lands, we could always splash the signature slam, for instance, if we're light on removal. But I would really like some ways to gain some energy for both the amulet and the bolt. That's a very late zealot. And there's an inventor's axe. I'm not really fond of the axe. I think the zealot is better. And maybe we can still end up red-white splashing blue. We did see a Conduit Goblin in our pack, so maybe our next pick is going to be the Conduit Goblin, if it's still in the pack. Okay, so it's not here. I will just take the Tranquil Landscape, because, you know, it gets ours blue and white. This isn't really going to do anything. Yeah, this is a strange draft. I will just take the Wing It, even though I know it's not a great combat trick, but hey, it's something. Drown of Truths, perhaps. Now I think the next pack is the pack with all the red and white. I will take the Kite here. So red, white, blue does seem somewhat open. Okay, let's see what we can get here now. I see the Simulacrum, which is very nice with the Cannoneer, of course. But other than that, the only card that does impress me, which is in our colors, is the Rao in the Implicit Mage, which I think I will actually take. Still not too sure if we're either red-white or red-blue. But I am going to splash this either way. So I will take the Rao here, but we are somewhat light on creatures. There's another Superconductor, which is pretty decent. Also a Skyclaw, but I think the Superconductor is probably better. There's also another Kite. I do like the Kite. This one might actually come around. Okay, I will just take the Superconductor here. Alright. Emperor of Bones is very strong, but we're not into black. Where we are. I am into black, but we are not playing black. There's an Aether Spike and a Suppression Ray. So for me it's between these. And if we want to get to the Cannoneer, maybe we need to play the Aether Spike. And there's also this Junk Diver, which actually it might come around. I'm kind of surprised that these are still here, considering we passed like 3 or 4 of the black artifact flyers. Okay, Well, Emissary of Soulfire is amazing, and I will take it here. Also know that these two are here, but one of them might come around. It's a very late Knot Master, which is also nice. Could have had two of those. But I will take the Zealot here, and now I will focus mainly on getting some fixing. There's another Emissary, which is amazing. So we don't need any green. Thraben Charm is nice, but I want to... Yeah, I think we just need to go straight into 3 colors, so it doesn't really matter anymore. There's a removal spell or a Thraben Charm or Visionary. And I think Thraben Charm is probably better than the Prison, because this is an instant. So I will take it, but I would also have loved either the Visionary or the other one. My goodness. It's going to be a Soulfire party. This is not in our colors, which is too bad. Maybe I'll just take the Specimen over this Electrozoa, because this is a land. But we really want some more 2-drops. We are rather full on the 3-drops actually. We might have too many already. So I would kill for some, well, I wouldn't really kill. But you know, I would really like some Conduit Goblins or maybe the Gargoyles. But if I remember correctly, there were one of each in our opening pack. And they both didn't wheel. So maybe the next pack we will get some, but I don't expect any of those now. So 2-drops and fixing is pretty much what I want now. Yeah, 2-drop creatures, maybe a 4-drop and some fixing, and I think we should be pretty good. That is a 2-drop, but not the 2-drop that I like, because it only gives colorless. I'll just take the teachings. I mean, if we can fight a Thraben Charm, that's fine. There's a blue-white one. I will pick that up gladly. Now we need anything with red, and we should be good. Now let's see if we got the Junk Diver back. Not actually sure if we have enough artifacts to make it work, but... Okay, well, it is here. I will just take it. I mean, if we can get some ways to get more artifacts, and it does something with the Cannoneer anyway. And that way we can maybe get the Cannoneer back if it dies. So it might not be terrible, but I prefer 2-drop artifacts like the Charge Bugs and stuff like that, Gargoyles. But we're not seeing any of those. And we have about 1 more pack after this. And we do need a lot more playables. So 2-drops for days. Please give me some 2-drops. As I said, I don't expect any more 2-drops in this pack. Might play the Meddler actually. It's very late, by the way. Alright. There's a Dog Umbra, which is fine, I guess. But I think the winner in this pack is the Witch Enchanter, because there's quite some artifacts and enchantments in the set. I don't have any 4-drops yet, and I can always play it as a land, so the versatility of this card is just very high, so I will take it. Now please, some 2-drops. I'll just put this aside, I don't hope to be playing it. It would be way better if it had actually, well, that is a 2-drop, but I'm not sure if we want another amulet. Well, I guess we do. So we will take it, but it's not a creature. Now, this card would be way better if it was an enter the battlefield thing, because, you know, it having to die Doesn't make it amazing. So maybe I will play it if I really have to. But I prefer not to. And we do need like 3 or 4 more creatures. So any 2-color 2-drop. That's not a 2-drop. Yeah, there's nothing in this pack really that excites me. Mog Mob is just not doable if you play 3 colors. And this land is also not in our color, so it's between the Siege Smash and the Electrozoa. I'll just take the Electrozoa because it gives us energy. You know, maybe with Emissary it can do a lot of damage. Thraben Charm, Suppression Ray, or one of these. Pick 4. I think one of these might come around for the red source. And I think we need a Thraben Charm to be honest, but I would really also like the Suppression Ray. But I do like some interaction, so I hope one of these will come around. But with 2-drops I was actually talking about creatures, because we actually have not a single 2-drop creature. And I must say we also didn't really see many. Well, we did see some in the first packs, but at that point we weren't really in these colors yet. Manipular Kite or Aether Spike, I think we're just going to try and be a bit controlly, so I'll take another Aether Spike here. Either Spike, I don't know. Get some energy, count some spells. Also, again, no creature. I will just take the land here because it fixes our mana, but it's not great. Superconductor, love it. Any 2-drop creature would be amazing now. I mean, we got some late emissaries in this, the way these packs went, the first pack. We got 3 in the first pack, so well, I'll just take another one. I was hoping for some gargoyles, for instance, because that was in our colors, but I think it's going to be Superconductor and Soulfire emissaries, mostly. Dog Umbra, sure. Not a single 2-drop creature. Yeah, this is going to be tough. So if we're up against a aggressive deck, we might actually be kind of screwed. But let's just see how it turns out with the playables. Yep. Yeah, I think we were just pretty much unlucky that none of the gargoyles, I assume, were open, because as I said, these cards came around. Might actually play that. These cards came around pretty late in those colors, but we didn't see any of the 2-drops in those colors, so I think it's just bad luck, to be honest. Alright, I did get some new lands, by the way. I think they are pretty neat. So let's just see with the sources. We have 1, 2, 3 white plus, so 4, 5. There's 9 white sources, so we can drop 2 of these. We have 1, 2 blue, 7 blue, 8, 9 blue, so we can drop 1 blue. And red sources we have 1 plus 5 is 6. So let's just see how many lands we have total now. We have normal lands 14 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tap lands. So I think that should be fine. Maybe we can drop 1 more land. And I think it has to be a blue one, to be honest, because we have 1, 2, 6, 8. 8 ways to get blue. But I really hate cutting stuff. I don't want to cut any creatures. This is fine. We have 2. So every tapped land is half a land. That's how I see it. So, yeah. So beyond these lands, which are 5, that's 2.5. We need 14 normal lands, which we have here, which I think is good. But now we do need to do 2 more cuts. And we have too many 3-drops, so I will cut the Electrozoa, which is the least impressive one. And maybe 1 spike, I guess. And this is it. Yep. So our plan is going to be to get some emissaries of, what's it called? The blue-white emissaries and some superconductors. And see if they can maybe team them very nicely. Because if they kill a superconductor which is pumped, then it can deal a lot of damage to them. But let's just see how this goes. So no blue source, but we do have an unstable amulet, so I assume we will get blue soon. And I will not play this because we have 3 lands, which I think is pretty, which is fine. But getting a blue source soon would be very nice. Yep. Probably one of the best turn 1 plays you can have. We'll just do the same, and if he wants to block, I'm not sure if he would. I mean, if we get the emissary, this can do a lot of damage, so I'll just take it. Life is a resource. Yeah, we would have loved that one. Or maybe 3 of those. Okay, so still no blue source. Let's just see if we can get to it anyway. Well, I'll just play it. I'll attack because I won't block anyway. Now next turn we can play emissary. We could even bolt twice, which I think we have to do against those charge bugs, otherwise we'll get a lot of damage. But we are lacking 1. Okay, well that's also an option. We can take some more damage. I just hope they don't kill our emissary. But if they do, we'll still have the energy to, you know, do the thing. I will not use it for the amulet because, as I said, I think I want to kill 2 things with a bolt, depending on what they play, but killing 2 charge bugs is, I think, is also fine. I just hope they don't have the Aether Revolt enchantment thing, because if they do, that will hurt a lot. Okay, well, that will also hurt a lot, so we will take quite some damage now. He can give everything menace. Well, we can destroy 3 things next turn if we live. But he's just going to do a lot of damage because that's going to get menace. Next turn he won't have menace anymore, because they will both die. So we go to 5, but it's not the end of the world. There's the cannoneer. So I will play the normal land because we can play the cannoneer anyway. I will bolt. I will replicate it once. I will shoot that charge bug. So, okay. Why doesn't the arrow just stick around? So we'll do that. I'll just keep up the Thraben Charm for anything they do. Because they can give anything haste, so we're still nearly dead, and we don't have any life gain, so the Scurry of Gremlins was rather deadly. Yeah, sure. That sucks, but hey, it happens. So I will just do this and use the leadership now that we can. Oh, he might have something. Wow, that sucks. That is probably one of the best cards they could have played. Now, ours dies, and we can still let it die, but I think we can deal 2 damage to it. It still dies, but we get some damage, so I think we're still dead. Yep. Yeah, that was way too aggressive for us, to be honest. Could have destroyed the Scurry of Gremlins, of course, with the Thraben Charm, but if you go to 5 hit points in turn 4, I don't think there's much you can do unless you have some life gain. So do not despair. I think this deck does its thing, and I think it can actually do some work, and we can win with this. But that was probably one of the worst matchups we could have gotten. By the way, if you're still here, if you like what I do, feel free to like or maybe share or subscribe or whatever. Would really help out, and also get some other people to this channel as well. I also have some guides on here so far, one about how Magic works, the basics, but also a drafting guide. Okay, I think this is fine. I will probably find the... Well, let's just see what they have first. I will find a land, but depends on our top deck. Okay, well maybe I will just get blue, because we have 2 superconductors. Probably the Amulet next turn. That's a good card. Guess we'll have to kill that. I just don't want that to live. Wow. That's a Plains. I will just play the superconductor because it can still block, and then it will still trade. So yep. Oh, now he will probably put a counter on it, and it can no longer trade. Really glad that we killed that, by the way, otherwise this would have gone... wow, okay, well he might have something, or he is mistaken, but I will take action. Kind of surprised by the attack. Thraben Charm is not great. Don't want to play another superconductor. Maybe the Zealot is the best option. Keep some life total. If we don't draw a land, I will use the Amulet, I guess, to see and find land. And then we can keep up the Thraben Charm for a Scurry of Gremlins, for instance. Yeah, it's pretty good. Would love a Dog Umbra now, because he is hitting quite hard. Okay, well, we did get our land. So I will play the Superconductor and keep up Thraben Charm. Now, I will probably not tap, because I don't mind trading it for the Superconductor. Do we kill the bird or do we kill the 4/4? I think we kill the 4/4, to be honest. I think that removal spell is not that great. I mean, you just give your opponent a lot of life quite often. Let's see if we can get this down. Tap it. Maybe hit a land or any other playable. Sure, we can still hit a land. Oh, that's pretty nice. I'll take the planes. Next turn I can do two things. Might as well attack them, I guess. Don't really matter. Don't really care if he attacks me. I mean, then I can attack for 2. Or even a lot more if I put down the emissary. Yep. So we have 6 mana. Oh crap, we only have 1 blue. Silly, silly me. Do we get in for some damage or do we play the Superconductor? I think I have to try and get in for some damage. So I'll just put a counter on this. A counter on the Visionary. Just spread out the counters. Attack with only the Visionary. And that way, I guess we should win the race if they're attacking for 3 and we're attacking for 4. We can tap their bird. But playing another emissary, I guess it's... Does it trigger again? I don't think it does. Does it double trigger? No. Okay. Wow, Legion leadership. I guess they were unlucky there. At least that was something they could play. I'm just going to tap the bird now because, you know, we will have plenty of energy and I can just keep attacking. Guess I'll play the Superconductor. Let's just put another Exalted counter. Keep up some energy for the Superconductor if it dies, but this way we attack for 5, which I guess is better than attacking for 4. But at this point we have pretty much all the control. They might wipe the board, but we still have some things. Okay, good game. 1-1. Sorry for the excessive clicking. It's I know it's an annoying habit. I said it before, I think the loading screen just takes too long. Right. Let's see if we can maybe let our Kappa Cannoneer do some work. Get to turn 5 or 6, play it. Get some Exalted counters going and attack with a big dude. Sounds like the dream. This doesn't sound like the dream. I don't think I can keep this. Now we have white-blue but no red. Still not great. I'll just get rid of one of the lands. And I just hope that at some point we will get a red source. Wow, it's either my mouse or it's the tardiness of the game, where I have to click oh, there we go, red. Where I have to click twice before something happens. Now I think this is actually a fine start. I mean, we can play Superconductor. Next turn we can play the Emissary and attack with a bigger Superconductor, which sounds good. Especially if they don't have a play here. They might have a counter spell. Do we just try to roll it out? Might be risky. Okay, well, that is a nice card. Do I really care if they... Okay, well, if they do have a counter spell, I hope they use it now. Okay. I don't want to play because I think it's 0, right? Yeah, that's a good turn for them. So I'll just play this. I will not use it yet. I'll probably get another blue, to be honest, because we have a lot of blue in our hand. Yeah, that's nice. Might just roll out the Superconductor again first. Then the Emissary and then the Meddler. They seem to be digging for land. Wow, which is strange because they... Oh, they just could get rid of their sneaky snacker. Okay. Let's just see if I can hit another land. Other unstable amulets. I'll just go for the Superconductor. It's a nice blocker. If I don't draw another land, I will use the amulet to be able to just draw another land. But it's not great. I mean, I would like a fifth land, really. Yep, nice. 5 damage, do I care? Don't think I do. Okay, so no counter spells anymore. We have our 5th land. So I will play the Emissary. Put an exalted counter on this. Exalted counter on that. I will use this first. Oh, that was stupid. Shouldn't have used that first. Crap. Wow. Okay, well that was bad. That was a terrible misplay. Yep. No, I was assuming to get more energy from playing the thing, but that disappeared because I actually tapped the stupid thing. Well, we have the Kappa Cannoneer, which I think is the best play here. But we do need to find a way to get rid of the sneaky snackers. Okay. And that one comes back. So we're on a 4-turn clock. We can tap one down. Cannoneer can get in for quite some damage. 6. But just, you know, getting an artifact now would be great. Depending on what they have, sure. Yeah, they have a nice deck. Okay. I think we have to play the Meddler, to be honest. Because it has reach. Might just tap down the Visionary or something, just to get in for some damage. Yeah, I think we have to try and play this. They might have a counter spell, but I'll just tap the Visionary. And I hope the Meddler can keep us safe for a while. But yeah, the Unstable Amulet mistake I think cost us dearly, because now we're missing out a lot of energy, a lot of card draw. And I think I just do have to play this as a land, because we need a mana. Wow. 3 sneaky snaggers. Yeah, I think this is going to be difficult for us to win. Because they're getting in for 4. If they just attack with everything even more. Yeah. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, that was my bad misplay. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have obviously I should have played the amulet before using the other amulet. Didn't think of that. Okay, well, 1 and 2, I must admit, not going great so far. I just thought that this deck would do more, but if I make mistakes like this, I'm probably not worthy playing this deck. But I must say, 3 sneaky snaggers, or maybe 4. I think you got a pretty nice deck. Now I must admit we have 4 Cyclops superconductors and 3 emissaries, so there's a big difference if there are 2 drops or 3 drops. And ours are all 3 drops, so our hand will always be pretty slow. And yeah, I think there was one card which could have helped, which is Rel of the Implicit Maze thing, that would have wiped their board pretty much. Okay, well, this is totally crap. So let's mulligan. This is all 3 colors. I'll get rid of a superconductor. Just play this as a land. Play the Amulet, Superconductor, Soulfire. Maybe get in for some damage, depending on what they do. But they're also red, so I assume we've got some damage incoming. Goblin. Smell the charge bug, okay. Yeah, the attack menace thing is very good. If you can go wide with some charge bugs, it's pretty decent. Yeah, nice. Yep, pretty good. I think we'll have to Dog Umbra that. Depending on what he puts the counter on. Now we can play this so far. On turn 5 we have 1 artifact. Now if we do Dog Umbra that, oh, he got his land. Okay, well, I will try to keep that. I'll just check what I get with this. That is a land, what they call is land. Now, do I want to get in for some damage? I think I do. Just make this into a 4/4. Might just play the Visionary next turn to make sure we get a land soon. I hope. White. I think the Emissary is about to die. Can always play this tapped, of course. Then we can Visionary and Dog Umbra. Or just play the Cannoneer. Right. Might just attack with both, give the Rhino Menace. Wow, he is hitting his land nicely. We do have 2 removal spells. He's getting in for 5. Wow, very nice. I do have to use this, I guess. Wow. Not really lucky on the lands here. I feel as if we have to keep up the Razor Grass ambush. So I'll just play this amulet. See if we can still find our land. Oh, it is a land. And I think we attack first. Next turn we can ambush if he attacks with a rhino. And of course he expects something, because you know we got the emissary on hold. This does double trigger now, so anything we play from the amulet is probably going to do 2 damage to them, which might be relevant. Okay. But yeah, as I said, we're really missing 2 drops, and you can feel it right now, because you know we don't have any plays until, you know, turn 3 or something. Well, we do have some unstable amulets, but no blockers. So as long as we keep running into aggressive decks as we do now, my word. I hope he goes all out, maybe we can kill him. Dude. 3 conduit goblins in your hand. I think we're just dead, to be honest. What is this madness? Well, he has the cards that we actually wanted. And not only wanted, really needed. As I said, we were lacking 2 drops. I know that during the draft at a very early stage I could have picked a Smelted Charge Bug. But, you know, it's still lethal, I guess. Okay, well, good game. Doesn't matter. Well, I think that does it. This was our last Modern Horizons 3 draft. I don't think there's anything I could have done, really, except for the misplay, and this is just not having any 2 drops. So this just proves during draft you should pick 2 drops highly, and we were just very unlucky, because, as I said before, if you look at our deck, blue, white and blue, red was very open, but we didn't see any of the 2-drop commons. And what you actually want is about 4 or 5 2-drop creatures, and we got a 0. So this was the deck. I must say I had expected more from it. I will discard change, I don't really care. So thank you for watching. Now if you like what you saw, by all means feel free to like and subscribe. But I will probably do the next draft when the next new set comes out. So I hope to see you in the next one, and maybe I will do a quick challenge with a quick draft or something when I have enough coins. But for now I think I'm pretty much done with Modern Horizons 3, and I wish you all a very, very good day. Goodbye!
Thank you for watching Dad's Drafts.